There we go. So yes, I turn the mic off when the music's going because you don't want to hear me panicking like heck. So hello, my viewers, and welcome back to Kris. I have Storm Taylor. So those of you who were watching last week, was a whole week of The Witcher 3. Finished on Friday evening, and it kind of went on for a bit longer than it usually does. So I'm gonna keep it to around the hour mark this evening. And yeah, gonna be playing some Star Trek Online. So this has been out 10 years. 10 years. Um, and, well done. Well done, Star Trek Online, for keeping on going. In that time, there's been a lot of improvements, gameplay, in the playable races, etc. And I'm going to be playing a Romulan in this campaign. I'm going to be looking at the Romulan campaign. It has its own campaign up to a certain point. There's all the usual Romulan intrigue, politics. Kind of what's going on. And how that all affects the galaxy, and Star Trek Online being placed, I think, at least 10 years after Star Trek Picard. Things have moved on, and the game is kind of, considering it came out 10 years ago, a lot of stuff it has kept up with, and the canon storylines have been expanded on, and yeah, it comes up with some interesting ideas, interesting surprises. So that's what we're going to be doing this evening. So shall we crack on? Let's crack on. So let's get this going. Some Star Trek Online. Oh yeah, before I start talking over everything, they've just had two big announcements. One of them is the latest expansion called House Divided, which is a very Klingon orientated scenario, and that is kind of the start of their Klingon update. So there's been lots of concentration on the Federation because all the series have looked at everything from the Federation side of things. Star Trek Online are spending this entire year updating the Klingon side of things. So for the moment, I'm looking at the Romulan side because it's the latest, addition to things. But at some point, probably next year, when they've kind of got everything out, it's a bit more polished, and they've got everything nailed down. I might look at streaming a brand new Klingon character. So as things go, I'm going to be playing a Romulan. So, excuse me. Let's get cracking on, shall we? Let's get this going. So, play. Engage. So as you can see, I've been playing this since it went free to play. So I've got a lot of characters. Been playing around with a lot of different things. Zephyr Crusher is my main Federation character, and he's got all the stuff, all of it, all the good stuff. Lots of bits. Holographic engineering officer. That's android tactical officer. This is a Cabal. No, not. Yeah, this is a Cabali. No, it's not Cabali. Anyway, this is a race from. It was introduced in Star Trek Voyager, who basically inhabit people who died, and they become part of them. And this guy's called Neelon Exil. Find out more about all of this as the campaign progresses, but for the moment, let's dive in. Git, are you more a Picard or Kirk fan? Definitely Picard. While Kirk had the adventuring spirit and go out there and find things, Picard had to step up in that measured sort of sense that they were still boldly going when no one has gone before. The ship was shinier, etc. But the threats that they faced were on a much bigger scale, and the crew diversity as well was a big thing. The first time I saw a Klingon on the bridge of the Federation flagship, was like, oh, this is going somewhere new. So I really like that. So quick introduction. You've got 6 different factions you can choose from. You can play a Starfleet captain from the Discovery era. You can play a Jem'Hadar. You can play from the Kirk era. The Romulan Republic. Klingon Defense Force. And modern day Starfleet. So let's jump in. Romulan Republic. Choice is Romulan, Reman, remember those from Star Trek Nemesis, Liberated Borg, or Alien. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be playing an Alien. The other races are interesting, but if you really want to, honestly, it's a bit of a meta choice as well. Aliens get an extra trait slot in ground and space. So in the late game, that becomes a lot more important. So that you can get traits from lockboxes, you get traits from reward packs, and having that extra slot gives you just a bit of an edge on this. So yes, I'm playing the meta, but it also gives me a lot of wiggle room when it comes to character customization as well. So I'm going with an Alien. And tactical officer, because if you want to go all rounder, tactical officers, science officers generally very strong in space combat. Engineering officers generally very strong in ground because of all the support drones and everything else they can build. Tactical officer kind of meets in the middle, not especially good at either, but still good enough that they can support the rest of the team, do lots of damage, and going with that tactical officer. So here we go. You got different presets you can play, or we could go straight in and go into the advanced settings. So you can just start there. You can play with the hair, different colours, but you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of character generation. Straight into advanced. So humanoid. You've got dual lobes, flat nose, ridged head, hierarchy, humanoid, ridged, top hat. So go in for humanoid. Humanoid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Irregular. Smooth nose. Now There's a very, very good reason why I'm going for this, and I will explain later. But for now, looking at this solid color, so you got all these different options you can throw in. And yeah, I know essentially what I'm going to do is solid color, base complexion, benzite, coral infected, irregular, Kabali. Oh, it is Kabali, sorry. Cretacean, Lysapian 2, neck scales, all of this stuff. However, looking for a very specific look. This complexion, forehead detail, Romulan, here we go. Intensity, yeah, full. You gotta like bring it down a bit, but no, full intensity. Can you make one to look like yourself with a bit? Yes, I did. I have actually made a character who looks very much like me, with a beard and everything, and even the purple red hair as well. So that's another one of my characters, which is a science officer. So reflective, slit, small iris. Is, as I say, lots of different things you can play with. I mean, seriously, you can create. It's one of those things that I'd say, would be great from a filming point of view, because you can literally create any kind of alien that you want, and then you kind of print the screen, print it out, and go, yes, to the special effects department, make that. So there we go. Pointed ears. Pointed one. Eyebrow. Yeah, all of these options. Multiple. Medium. Spiders. So here we go. Raised. Raised 2, raised 3. Standard, raised, now, yeah, let's go to traditional, eye attachment, oh, sporty sunglasses, head attach, so I'm not going to be using any of these, but seriously, you've got all these different things you can do. Yeah, you can make a Groot, I think, with Coral 2 from Guardians of the Galaxy. Spines, so none. Hairstyle, right, so is there a Romulan? Ponytail, what's ponytail? Tail. Right. So we go with black. So, you know, as you can see, characters already come together. You know, that's a couple of minutes work. Straight away, you've got someone who looks very distinctive. Definitely kind of either Vulcan or Romulan going on there. Oh, yeah. Hair shininess, so you go dull. Or you go for shiny! I'm going to go for shiny. Totally shiny. Head covering, mini top hat, bit too much, and mouth accessory. So this is where it comes in. These are all the different beards, spines, and everything else. Klingon. Different beards. I mean, seriously, so many beards. Yeah, no beard. Let's have a look at this. Head overall size needs to be a bit smaller. Kind of about there. How would different Star Trek characters react to the Guardians of the Galaxy being able to report the Enterprise in your opinion? That's gonna take too long, man. That is gonna take far too long. But get them on board, welcome them. You know, get met at the transporter room. Do you need medical assistance? How can we help you? And then if they started shooting, all the security officers would be there, all the force fields would be on them, and if they got really shirty, just beam them to the brig. You know, there you go. Done. Head overall width. Let's have a bit of an elven look. Like that. Fairly humanoid looking. I actually like this, so I'm going to leave, like, you know, you can do that. Which I'm like, no. No. So, kind of leave it like that. Nose is alright. Mouth width. Quarter position's fine. Chin width. Yeah, I'll go with that. Neck length is fine. Neck bulk. Tactical officer, so, you know, obviously a bit more chunky. Chest size, chest depth, waist. Homer Simpson. No ass, just like me. Arm length's fine. Probably a bit more bulk here. Hands are looking a bit, I don't know, yeah, they're a bit big, aren't they? Bring those down a little bit. Leg length looks okay, yeah, just leg bulk, get up there. And again, so bring the overall lot down, because, you know, these are Romulans. So definitely on the elven side of things. Feet, yeah. Okie dokie. Now, uniform. So this is the Jem'Hadar uniform, which I have because there's loads of giveaways over the years, and so this was one of them. Jem'Hadar Tactical. So let's go for loose. Civilian? Oh yeah, I like this one. This was all these different ones. However, Civilian 23.99, which is based on 7 of 9's uniform, not uniform, costume from the Picard series. And that, yeah, I like it. You know, kind of gives you that look. So hang on, let me just take that off. Yeah, liking that. Hands, bayonet, wrist. No, don't need any of that. Arm attach. No. Chest gear. Romulan suspenders. No. Collar. Oh yeah, let's throw in a bit of a shimmick there. Shima. Yeah, I'm liking that. You know. Let's change this. To think. Go a little bit more. Should we do green? Actually, no. I like that. That's kind of leather look. What's that? Oh, that's that. Right. Okay, I can throw some green there. Yeah, I'm liking that. Advantage is all the colours are saved as you use them. Hello, WHT. Welcome. I'll stick with the pants tucked high. Panels and pockets, utility. Actually, let's have a look. You can wear a skirt if you want. Loose, tight. Civilian. Basic. That's good. Let's try Romulan Survivor out. With a bit of green? No. Yeah. Hang on. What's that colour? Can I have that colour? Yeah, kind of, you know, it's got that patchwork kind of thing going on. Like it. Boots. All the boots. They're a bit too big, so Romulan work boots. I don't know, caught between bulky and I'll go with Romulan work boots. Yeah, let's go for Romulan work boots. Main colour. Oh, that's for the front. I kind of want to put a bit of change in there, so yeah, let's go for a light grey. This should be the back. Yeah, it is. I'll put that green back in there as well. So there you go. Can we have a belt? Do any of these belts work? Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I'll keep that. So there we go. One character. That took me what? Oh god, 20 minutes. So, right, okay, you can spend hours on this. Seriously, you can spend absolutely hours working on that. But 20 minutes, and there we go. That's what, you know, I'm pretty proud of that. So, next. Captain name. Now, give me a second. So I have a name. And I had some help from Wifey on this, so... Torna. There we go. Done. So, here we go. Engage. Thank you for using ARC. Records indicate you have completed your training with another officer. Would you like to proceed immediately to the Romulan fertilizer? No. I'm going to show you the tutorial and the lead up to this because, as I say, it's a lovely story. You know, it actually gets you going. No offense, but it feels like proper sort of, you know, beginning story. Give me a second while I just do something here. Channels. Okay, cool. I've got a chat window here under my window, but you don't need to see it. Let me move it. There we go. Out the way. So here we go. I'd like to play the tutorial. Strap in. It's going to be a good one.
What we knew is gone. Our home, our lives, all that we were, dust. Blasted across empty, heartless skies. But we live. Our legacy lives. Within every ship we fly, upon every world we touch, in our hearts, in yours. There will be challenge. You will know fear, but you will overcome. You will survive and answer vengeance with blood. You will do as you must. Rule cannot be handed to the faithless. Our legacy cannot be lost to villains. Bury the past to face the future. In enemies, find allies. There is no price we have not paid, no loss we have not felt. Our dead world, our long suffering, these are not ends. We are not ended. For your crew, for your people, for this new home, we must face all doubt. We must break the strong who would destroy us and overcome the impossible. We must fight against any and all. We must, we will, for we are Romulan.
I just got goosebumps. I just got goosebumps. January 2409, 2 weeks before the Borg attack on Vega Colony.
The youngest of our kind rely on stories to know what our people were like before. Strong, secretive, warlike. We were feared. We were powerful. Then, everything changed. 22 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova. The resulting explosion traveled through subspace to hit Romulus and Remus, our homeworlds. No one could have predicted that would happen, and no one could have stopped it. Millions died. Those who survived were scattered across dozens of worlds. One day we were citizens of one of the greatest powers of the galaxy, and the next, we were just trying to survive. Every day was a struggle if you weren't part of the militant and oppressive Tal Shiar, or ruling everything from on high like Empress Sela. For ordinary Romulans, military victories don't mean much when you're hungry. Life goes on. The Klingons and Starfleet are at one another's throats. The battles light years away don't affect us much. The Tal Shiar are the more immediate threat. They're rebuilding the Empire by force, and pressing anyone they think can help into service. But even they don't seem to know we're here. We've put down roots and found friends. Today we'll celebrate what we've created. With hard work and some good fortune, true Romulans will once again rise to be a power in the galaxy. The first step on that path begins here.
So there we go. It has begun. Hey.
Your current tasks will be displayed here.
Okay, I'm going to disable the pop-ups completely because they do get a bit much, and it's easier for me to explain things as we go. So, first of all, there's my character, Tornuk. There's another new player, Ishana, who's another alien, lot smaller. So, first of all, a day on the farm. Meet up with Tova and Kev. Hello, Tova.
There you are. The security chief was looking for you earlier. She said there's trouble at the vineyard. Avrak's been filing reports all night about Kellids chewing at the vines. He's really worked up.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna alter the audio a little bit. Take that down 15%. Kellids in the vines? That doesn't sound right.
Something must have annoyed them. It's not typical Kellid behavior. With the big celebration tonight, I think everyone's a little overexcited. Even the bugs. You should listen to one of Avrak's messages before you head out there.
So sign into the console and listen to the messages. Hang on. Yeah. So voice volume. Oh, that's already at 8. Yeah, that's already at 80. Take this down again. There we go. That sounds a bit better, doesn't it? Is this mode multiplayer possibly go around with it? Yes! This is the thing. Star Trek Online is an MMO. It's free to play. And yeah, it means that if you want to join in, if you've got PC, you've got the game downloaded, it's free to play. And yeah, you can join up. Mostly what it comes down to is if you're going to start playing the game, if you've got it downloaded, you'd kind of have to join now. You'd have to join Virinat number 1. So first of all, I'm just going to say I'll look into it. So that completes that. And if you go up here, you can change instance. And in this case, it would be, you'd choose Virinat 1. But if you haven't got it downloaded and ready to go, I wouldn't try and jump in now, because by the time you get in, with all the downloads and everything else, a lot of updates with things that have gone on, it'll be at least past the end of the show before you can join in. But what I can say is, I will get to the end of this stream and you'll know where I am. You'll know what mission I'm on, you know what I've done. So as long as you stop at that point, then next time you can join in. You'd also have to send me what's it? At Darius Song, DARIUSSOONG. You'd have to come up to here, to friends, add friend, and it would be Tornok at Darius Song. Yes, that's my friends list. So, one last thing I want to do, just for dramatic effect. Controls. Keybinds. Walk. Just control. So left control is now walk, and that means instead of jogging around everywhere, I can actually dramatically walk where I need to. So check your messages. Welcome, Torno. You have 3 messages from Avrak. The second and third messages have been flagged as redundant by the system. Playing message 1. Now.
Please tell me you'll help me. Kellids are in the vineyard chewing through the irrigation pipes, and everyone says they're too busy getting ready for the big party to come and do something about it. There won't be any party if everyone's knee-deep in water by nightfall. Get over here and help me fix this.
Listen, I'm going to listen to the other messages.
When are you coming over here? This is getting ridiculous. No one appreciates me around here. No one. They think these crops just grow without any help from anyone.
Message delivered at 0805.
Tending these vines is a lot of work. No one says thank you. No one pats me in the back. They just keep asking for more. God, look, just get over here and take care of the Kellids, all right? And maybe say thank you for all the work I do to keep these vineyards in shape.
Message 3.
It's me again. Ignore the other message I sent. I lost my temper. I'm sorry. And maybe that's why you're not here yet. I really could use your help, though. These Kellids are chewing through everything, and they won't stop.
Message delivered at 0810.
And no one here is even trying to help. They just keep bouncing me to other people. First to Tovan, then to Navala, then to you. What's next? Should I ask one of the kids? Just please come here soon. Thanks.
So tell Tovan you're going to help Avrak.
If the Kellids are chewing up the vineyard, we should probably grab a pistol, just in case. I'd join you, but the chief has me looking into some odd comm chatter we picked up yesterday. We'll have to catch up later.
I'll see you later. Go get a plasma pistol. Right, okay, I'll jog for this bit. Hang on. Did something just come up there? Chat with Tashav. Good to see you again. Hey! I can chat to people. Can I chat to anyone else? No? I know you can chat to people. Kinda cool. grabbing a pistol. Plasma beam pistol, split beam, standard issue. So as you can see, as soon as I picked that up down here at the bottom of the screen, it came up with the options. If it doesn't automatically appear, you go to the inventory. The pistol will be here. You just click, drag it over. There it is. So practice shooting the bottles. So tab, select the target, and then it's number pad to fire. So let's have a look. Let's go for that one and we'll do it. Yay! Split beam fire. Now, as you can see, that's got a cooldown. You can, much easier and quicker. You can just press fire weapon and it will automatically target. So you can do individual, or you just go boom like that. H, holster the weapon. No, you're not gonna let me holster. There we go. Come on. Red alert. H to holster. There you can see. Orion, nice shot. Those bottles didn't stand a chance. Cool. Key. Hey, Tornok. Excited for some Romulan ale tonight? Oh yeah. Don't go to the festival without browsing my wares. Store. Make sure to buy something for the Harvest Festival tonight. I heard the Maori is going to be making a big speech at tonight's festival. Let's pull the map out a little bit. Talk to you? No. No. Have a drink. Hey. It's not Romulan ale, but it's pretty good. It's festival time. Talk to Darrell, Keeper of Law.
Hey there, ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two?
Here you go. Tell me a story about the origin of the Romulans.
Almost 2,000 years ago, our people were Vulcans. At that time, Vulcan was a world of war, with constant struggles between the tribes. Serac changed that. He taught that peace came through logic. And if you ask me, not all Vulcans get that right. Serac said that people should master their emotions, not eliminate them. But not everyone on Vulcan wanted to give up love, or passion, or even anger. The Vulcans said these people marched beneath the Raptor's wings. Instead of fighting their own people, these Vulcans decided to leave in an event we call the Sundering. They boarded great colony ships and set out into unexplored space, looking for a home where they could live and feel as they wished. Eventually, those who marched beneath the Raptor's wings found Romulus and Remus. They created an empire. Although we share a genetic bond with the Vulcans, we are our own people. Never forget that. Want to hear another story?
Tell me about our people after our planet was destroyed.
The destruction of Romulus was a terrible thing. We lost our home and our loved ones. We lost our soul. The people who survived were scattered and leaderless. Survival was a daily struggle. There were some fights for control before Empress Sela took over, but I never paid much attention. That Taurus woman was never going to get far. Now Sela and the Tal Shiar are attempting to rebuild the strength of the Romulan Star Empire, but they do so with fear and oppression. Steer clear of them if you can. People like us should just try to stay out of the Tal Shiar's way. Life is more important than politics or power. There are a lot of Romulans who just wander from planet to planet because there's no place to call home anymore. We're lucky to have Viranat. This is a good place. A place to put down roots. Without that, we're just dust, scattered by the winds of fate. Do you want to hear another story?
Tell me about the founding of this colony.
Viranat was a colony world. It used to be a big agricultural planet, growing food for the Empire. After Romulus was destroyed, thousands upon thousands of people flooded the planet. The old cities couldn't hold them all, and they were scared. They started fighting amongst themselves. One night, the cities burned. Most of the survivors left. A few hung on, scrapping old ships and using them as building materials. That's how the Maori found them, about 10 years ago. The Maori was the commander of an old warbird. Navala was his first officer, and Devex the chief engineer. They were wandering the sector, trying to find a new home. When they found Viranat, they decided to stay. Devex kept the old warbird functional, and he used it to make supply runs and bring back other Romulans who needed a home. Navala put herself in charge of security, and the Maori. He runs the whole colony now. Devex met Tovan Kev in a mining colony a few years back. I think it was 4 years ago. But then again, I didn't come here until 2 years ago, so this is not just information I've heard about secondhand. I actually have a question for you, if you don't want to hear another story first.
So, we've heard stories? What is it?
When did you arrive here? I know we only have a few hundred people living here, but so many come and go that it's hard to keep track. I'm recording the stories of all the people that live here, you see. And I would love to start yours off with your arrival. Who knows? It could be something that becomes historical in a few years.
I'll go with I was living here before Devex and the Maori arrived. Yeah.
Oh, how did I not know that about you? Here I am, telling you about the founding when you were already here. We should definitely talk more about this over drinks tonight.
Certainly.
Hey there, ready for the big festival? Working hard?
Forgot this
Or
option
maybe you
earlier.
have time to listen to a story or two? Avrek, you're in for a fun day. I'm glad I don't have to deal with him. Anyway, do you want to hear any stories?
Oh, thanks. I should go now. Talk to Maori. Can I talk to Maori? Nope, can't talk to him. There we go. I'm gonna go to the farm, so I'm following that yellow arrow up in the top right. Here we go. Here's Avrak.
Finally? I mean, which message do you... Oh, never mind that either. It's chaos here. I need some help. Normally we collect nectar from the local kelid insects. Something has driven them into a frenzy. They're chewing on our irrigation system and flooding the vineyard.
I'll start repairing the pipes.
Excellent, excellent. The broken pipes are obvious. They're the ones spraying water everywhere. Kellet shouldn't give you too much trouble. A few bursts from your pistol will take care of them.
Okay, I'll handle it. Whoa! Down, Khaled. You gonna let me work? No. Okay, next pipe. There we go. Back to Avrak.
Well, the flooding has stopped. Those Kellids come back, they'll just break the pipes again. Something's making the insects go crazy. With bugs this size, that's a real problem. And Navala might be able to help. She's goofing off again. She knows all about Kellids. She's normally down by the greenhouse this time of day. Tell her to stop being lazy and keep these critters contained.
I'll find out what Navala knows.
Good idea. Talk to Navala.
I bet she's just lounging around right now, not even thinking about all the damage being done to my vineyard. No one around here wants to put in a good day's work. Well, except for you.
Right. I'll get going. And the git. I'm not going to answer that. That's what Google's for. There's Navala.
Just in time. Did you talk with Avrak? He said that I'm what? Lazy? That I've been... Ugh! He's just trying to make me look bad so he can get a promotion. Oh, that's so old-fashioned. Let me tell you what's actually happening. The Kellids are going crazy. I've been working all day to keep them out of the residential areas. This aggressive behavior is new, and we need to figure out what's causing it. That means gathering samples from some of these creatures.
I'll see what I can find. I've got to readjust the sound again, sorry. Audio. Voice volume. Took that up. Bring that down. 20. Right. Knock out some Kellids, get some clues. Take items. Whoa! No, stop shooting. Oh, stop it. Strange sample. And another strange sample. Okay, let's go back to Navala.
This metal has some kind of fungus growing on it that's similar to the spores we found on some of the Kellid carapaces. It might explain their behavior, but how are they getting infected in the first place? Also, the flying Kellids have never come out of the cavern before. This is so strange.
Something might be happening in the cavern. I'll check it out.
You're right. The source of the infection could be somewhere inside the cavern. Head over there and see if you can find out what's aggravating the nest. And be careful.
I'll be careful. Wag! Quit it. Done firing. Okay. Let's go. What's going on here? Okay, can't interact with it. That's cool. That's fine. Press V. Okay, that's something I can interact with. Okay, that's fine. That's stuff we installed. What? The Kelid has a large gash across its abdomen. What the? Okay, I'm gonna cautiously walk in, pistol in hand, see what's going on in here. Investigate the source of the disturbance. Anything on the tricorder? Nope. Stay away from those things. What the heck? Wow! Unknown floating creature. Ow! Okay, disable the strange machine. Yeah. Sounds like a good plan. Lightsaber or a phaser? Considering I'm not a Jedi, phaser. If I had the Force, lightsaber. Right. Oh, there we go.
A strange machine and some weird drone things? That is troubling. Someone's been in there. We'll have to let the Maori know about this. It's good you disabled the device, though. Maybe now the Kelids will calm down. I took a look at those biological samples while you were gone, but I can't do much more than a basic tricorder scan. It's just not my area. DeVex might be able to help. He was an engineer in the Romulan military before the homeworld was destroyed. Now he's helping us with our water supply and anything else that takes more specialized knowledge. You should talk to him.
I will. Hey, XP. Talk to DeVex.
What do you need with an old space hound like me?
Show DeVex the strange samples you found.
I have an idea of what this might be. Maybe. I saw something like this once before, when I was out beyond the Eridon belt. We responded to a distress call from a mining outpost. When we got there, all the people were just gone, vanished without a trace. The only things we found were a strange beacon and some odd spore samples. These look very similar.
So you've got three options. You've got engineering, science, and tactical. These apply to whatever class you've decided to take. So because I'm tactical, now use your equipment to break down these biological samples.
Good idea. When we ran into something like this before, we were able to stop the spores from reproducing by bombarding them with tachyons. We have the equipment here to replicate that procedure.
Thanks. I'll let you know what I find. Components broken down. Data retrieved.
I've only seen fungal biotech like this once before. Remember that mining station that I mentioned? Before we arrived, they reported several disappearances. Some thought it was paranoia, but we had reports that said intruders would beam in right through the colony's magnetic shield, right into someone's quarters, sedate them, and then vanish without a trace.
That's weird.
We didn't know what to believe, but I don't think those miners were paranoid. Something did happen to them, and it could happen again.
You thought it was related to this beacon?
That's what my commander believed. We found a beacon with almost the same configuration as the one you found. We weren't able to get much from it before we shut it down. But the one thing we learned is that the beacon was made by a race that called themselves the Elachi. We stayed in orbit for a few days, but the Elachi never came back. That's good news for us, seeing that you disabled the beacon you found in the caverns.
So what do we do now? Tell the Maori what we found?
That's right. He's the man in charge, so he needs to know. I'd be surprised if he doesn't want to send someone down there to analyze that beacon. Could be these Elachi were interested in our colony for some reason. Lucky for us, you were there to put a stop to whatever they were trying to do.
Take your findings to the Maori and explain the likely involvement of the mysterious Elachi. So I'm going to use the run button. This is important. Oh, and I'd just like to state for the record, I like how Star Trek Online being free to play doesn't charge you money to run, unlike another game which I'm not going to go into, but I had a go of, and it's based on a very popular science fiction series, and yeah, they will charge you money to run. Anyway, rant over. Talk to Maori Malum.
Jolan True. I heard Avrak yelling all the way over here. I'm sorry you had to deal with his problems on our day of celebration.
That's fine, but we have a bigger problem.
That does sound very mysterious. However, you seem to have taken care of the immediate problem, disabling this beacon and dispatching the drones. You have my thanks.
It was my honor.
I'll assign some engineers to examine the device and set up surveillance on the cave as soon as possible. If what Devek says is true, we don't want that beacon turned on again. Now that's settled, why don't you try to relax for a while? Enjoy the festival. We'll talk again tomorrow after the engineers have finished their analysis of the device.
I'll do that. Thank you, Maori. Hail Tovan Kev.
Are you done for the day? I'm just finishing up too. I'm going to head back to the restaurant. Meet me for a drink when you're done.
Explore the settlement, then meet up with Kev when you're done for the day. If you choose to meet up with him now, you'll be addition to the next part of the tutorial. To be honest, I don't think there's much else to do apart from... What if I know what that eye is? Already spoken to Doral. So, yeah, I'm going to hail Torvon, get on with the next part. Spock or Worf? Spock! Come on!
Are you done for the day? I'm just finishing up too. I'm going to head back to the restaurant. Meet me for a drink when you're done.
I'll meet you there.
Hey there. Long day? I can't believe how far this colony has come. Just look at how much we can accomplish without being ruled by the Tal Shiar. Word is, someone named Atan is trying to fight them, but... me? I'm content with what we have here. Let's go enjoy the festival.
Friends and neighbors, welcome to the tapping. The Kellet nectar has been harvested, the ale is brewed, and we can finally taste the fruits of our labors.
Woo!
And like this fine vintage, our colony has taken time and effort to develop. Since the loss of the homeworld 22 years ago, we have known fear, hunger, and pain. We have struggled. We have overcome every difficulty. We have mourned those who are no longer with us, and we have welcomed new friends into our home. And now we celebrate. The trials are behind us. Virinat is prosperous and growing. We will face new challenges in the future, but we will face them together.
That wasn't fireworks. That's definitely not fireworks.
Hey, are you hurt?
What's
We're under
happening?
attack. I don't know who or why, but people are being rounded up and we have to do something. I'll help Vex get the shuttles ready. You should find Navala and Vorian to help organize the militia. Get as many civilians to safety as you can. After that, we stop whoever or whatever is attacking our home.
Roger that. Attention all guards. Get out of... Call Torvon.
Come in! Are you alright? What's happening over there? Did you find Vorian?
It's too late. He's gone. Where are you?
I'm at the shipyard with Vex, and we're prepping the shuttles for evacuation. I don't know what's going on here, but we need to get people out while we can. If you can get a rifle, you can fight your way out. Can you make it?
I'll make it. Just get the shuttles ready. Okay.
It's the Tal Shiar. We need to call for help. I don't know who'll answer, but we have to do something. I tried to send a distress signal, but they damaged our transceiver array. We still have a chance, though. You need to deal with some of the Tal Shiar, and then get a replacement battery.
I'm on it. Okay, switch into rifle. Quick, you key open your status window. Click on any items off your captain. The equip window will show available items. If you're on a map with bank access, you'll be able to access items from your bank, otherwise they'll be in grey. Click the item in the issue wish to equip and it will close. Yeah. In the middle of an invasion. Got things covered here. Keep going. Taking heavy fire. Right, you.
Just keep coming. Get a battery from the marketplace. We need to send out a distress signal.
Run. What are we doing?
Be careful in the market. It's completely overrun.
Battery, battery. Battery, battery, you.
This is Cap. Do you have the batteries? You just need to repair the device and send the signal.
This way.
The signal is strong. Get to the shipyard. We're getting out of here.
Talk to Tovan.
The shuttle is ready. They got as many people aboard as will fit. We have to go.
Let's go.
Congratulations, citizen.
Okay, Tovan is Romulan Republic Tactical Bridge Officer. Cool. Right. So that ends part one of this. Just gonna blow away some Tal Shiar. Gonna board the shuttle, and then tomorrow I'll finish off the tutorial. Okay, so here we go. Board the shuttle.
This is Shuttle 5. We're taking heavy... Shuttle 10 coming in. We're jamming their sensors. When they get us, they'll think you were caught in the explosion.
They're not attacking.
DeVex showed me how to fly his warbird. We're almost there.
Okay.
Navigation is online, but we need some components to get our weapons and warp drive operational. Both if we want to have any hope of fighting the Tal Shiar.
I'll scan the old ships around here for what we need. Right. Okay. Rearrange HUD. That needs to go somewhere else. So, let's put it here for now. No, I need to see it. So, go put that there. That there. Review ship controls. Right. Thing I like about this is that... Oh, hang on. No, I have to finish this mission. Just remembered, I have to finish the mission. Once it's done, then it's at a point I can leave it, because if you leave the mission part way through, sometimes it'll save, sometimes it doesn't, but it always saves at the end of the mission. So, I'm going to continue. I am going to continue. So, controls, flying around, this old Romulan warbird. Get a look at it. Scan for weapon parts.
This'll do nicely. We just need a little more salvage.
Okay. That can go there. That there. That there. So it's easy to control. Scan for parts.
Weapons are online. Let's test them out on some of these derelict ships nearby. They're not shielded, so we can just use our torpedoes to finish them off.
Will do. Have I got that yet? Nope. This up here, review ship controls. If it's your first time playing, yeah, review the ship controls. It'll tell you about moving shields, etc. Disadvantage plays Roger Moore or Sean Connery. Oh, Sean Connery. Sean Connery, of course. Derelict ship. Fire.
Scrap neutronium. We could use that to reinforce the hull of this old warbird. 3 more of these should get this hull good to go. Good shot. Vex would be happy to see this old warbird get some use.
Yeah. I picked up that neutronium.
I think it's safe to say weapons are fully online. Time to take out the Tal Shiar satellites dead ahead.
Aye, aye. Okay. I'll go for this one.
Target shields have failed.
Nice. So, right. Before I destroy the next one, up here you can see that's where the shields are. The little arrow is which direction I'm coming at.
All systems are go and full impulse is back online. I'm picking up a distress signal nearby. It must be people from the colony. More colonists managed to escape the surface.
Let's go save the colonists.
The distress signal is close. Searching. There! We have to help them!
Okay. Cloak. And full impulse. So full impulse diverts all your energy down here to your engines. It takes a little while
Turn
for it
off
to
full
come back.
impulse. There's a Tal Shiar drone dead ahead.
Okay. Let's go kill that drone. Okay, let's beam board those colonists.
I'm back on the bridge, and I figured out how I can improve our torpedoes. Just give me the order, and I'll get started. Scanners are picking up more colonists and Tal Shiar nearby. We have to rescue our friends.
Yeah, so what he's just done is, torpedo high yield, which I've already got. So, cloak, full impulse, drop full impulse. I'm going to take on that light warbird. It's a good use for this. Hopefully that'll take down the shields. Come on. Yes. So it's all about power management. Okay, we got beam board the colonists.
Thank the elements. We thought we were done for.
Right. Back under cloak. Drone. Warbird. Let's go. Torpedo impacted on the shields, but the second one didn't. Okay. 5-kilometer radius, here it comes. Plasma shockwave. Everything around me takes lots of damage. And continues taking plasma burning damage, so I'm not even firing. Aboard.
I think it's safe to say we're a fully operational ship. I'm getting an alert. There's another distress signal coming in from one of the colony's shuttles. We can do a short-range warp jump to get to them. Do you want to go now, or stay here to wipe out any other incoming drones? They look like they'll be coming in to do sweeps in the area.
Let's go save that shuttle.
There aren't any colonists here. Just this strange ship. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's gigantic. Engineering reports that the ship has scanned us, but they're not responding to my hails. What should we do?
We'll scan them. We need to know who or what they are. That wasn't very friendly.
They've done something to the ship. Nothing is responding. I can't even warp us out of here. I think I might be able to get a comm channel up to hail them. What do you want me to do?
Open a channel and ask them what they want with our ship.
We're getting a reply. They seem to be rearranging our words and sending them back. Listen.
Tovan?
I'm picking up another ship. This one is Tal Shiar. It's decloaking.
Get ready for a fight. Did they just scare them off?
So the Alachi were right. A handful of pitiful Romulan refugees managed to escape. When will you colonists learn that no matter how far you run, cannot escape your obligations. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Colonel Hakiv of the Tal Shiar. On behalf of the Romulan Star Empire, I hereby lay claim to this colony and all of its inhabitants. Surrender now, and I will ensure that you serve us in the way you are most suited.
Never. We'll fight you with our last breath.
Fire weapons at will.
This is Tamara of the Romulan Republic. Tal Shiar vessel, stand down immediately.
Tamara! How fortunate! I can destroy both of you!
Ouch. Come around for another pass. Forward shields taking damage. Hit the shields. Come on. Get that torpedo ready. This is going to be close.
My eye! So the insect has managed to sting me. You think you won? This is not the end. Even now, more of my ships are on their way. And the next time, you won't have anyone to protect you.
I don't need anyone's protection, Hakiv. I'll be ready.
I am Tamar, commander of the Romulan Republic. We picked up your distress signal while on a mission in a nearby system. I would say we arrived just in time given your ship's condition. Who are you? And what happened here?
Here we go.
I am truly sorry. This is not the first time I've heard a story like this, and I fear it will not be the last. And these Ilachi creatures, they are troubling. We need to know more about them and why they're working with a snake like Hakiv. As I said, I'm with the Romulan Republic. You may have heard of us. We are not the terrorists the Tal Shiar make us out to be. With our leader, Datan, we are working to gather survivors of the destruction and fight the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. We have a flotilla nearby. If you're interested, we would welcome you and your friends to join us there.
We'll be there.
I appreciate your willingness to do what's right. I'm transmitting the coordinates of our flotilla to your ship now. When you arrive, we can repair your vessel and work out our next move. Thank you again. I'll make sure you won't regret your decision.
It's my honor to assist in your fight.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I guess siding with Tamar is better than risking death on our own. And he did help us out with the Tal Shiar. The coordinates are loaded up whenever you're ready to go. I think the colonists we rescued are eager to get someplace safe.
Take us to warp.
Greetings. I am Sub-Commander Nadell, assistant to Commander Tamar. Please follow me to the Commander's quarters. There is much to discuss. Commander, our guests have arrived.
Excellent. I'll get them up to speed. There is much to do.
I'll be glad to show one of you around, while the other stays and talks with Tamer.
I'll take the tour, and then meet you back on the ship when you're ready.
Greetings. I hope all is going well with you.
I'm here to join the fleet.
Good to see you and Tovankev made it to the flotilla of the new Romulan Republic. To be brief, we are a group that was founded by Datan to combat the tyranny of Empress Sela and her Tal Shiar. Our goal is to unify the shattered Romulan people under a new democracy instead of Sela's tyrannical rule. There is much to do, however. I can answer any questions you may have.
What did Datan do to form the Republic?
Ha! What hasn't Datan done? He has quite the long history. The short version is that he desires to see the reunification of the Vulcans and the Romulans. Before that can happen, though, Datan wants us to find a new homeworld, reconcile with the Remans, and end the centuries of oppression beneath the Tal Shiar. We're Romulan, and after all that's happened, we still have our pride and our cultural heritage. We need to be able to approach the Vulcans as equals, not as refugees looking for charity. Did you want to know anything else?
Datan wants to unify Romulans and Vulcans?
That's right. He dreams of a day when our two people are united. Well, three, counting the Remans. Datan was inspired by Ambassador Spock, who first began the movement. When he was a child, Spock was working on Romulus with the reunificationists, and he was Datan's teacher. The Tal Shiar actively opposed reunification, and Spock and his people had to keep their movement hidden, working with allies and meeting in secret. It's been an uphill battle for Datan, but he won't stop until he sees the Vulcans, the Romulans, and the Remans reunited and at peace. Is there anything else?
What's your role around here?
I am the commander of this fleet. No actions happen without my approval. Before this, I worked in intelligence for the Romulan military, which allowed me to learn more about the Tal Shiar. I couldn't stomach the thought of working alongside of them. Datan approached me one day and said he needed someone to organize a defense against the Tal Shiar. I accepted before he could finish his sentence. Is there anything else?
No. I'm ready for what's next.
What's next is that you receive our uniform and get a tour of the flotilla. After that, you'll receive your first assignment. However, you must understand that by joining us, you mark yourself as an enemy to the Tal Shiar. Hakiv and his people will see you as a threat, and there isn't anything they won't do to stop you. Are you ready to accept that?
The Tal Shiar have already made themselves my enemy by attacking my colony. I'm in.
Good. You should get yourself down to Lieutenant Delatham. You can get a uniform from him if you want to change out of those civilian clothes. You can also have your ship modified. We can't get you into a more powerful vessel yet, but we can change the appearance of your ship if you want. When you're done, return to your ship. I should have your first assignment ready and sent to your ship by then.
So, see following reward, experience points, uniforms, and equipment.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Woohoo! There we go. Right. Now. now I can leave it there. So, we've just finished that. Got promotion up to Lieutenant. And, yeah, we've joined the Romulan Republic. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So, let's go back to this. There we go. So, yeah, you can see why I like the Romulan side of things. It's very much, if you pardon the expression, it's very much a human story. survivors of a great incident that spread the people throughout the galaxy, making a new life for themselves, and then old enemies coming back, chasing them down. You know, it gives you something to grip onto, and rather than it being a, oh well, you're a member of the Klingon Empire, so serve the Empire, or remember the Federation, with the intergalactic peacekeepers. The Romulan story is emotional, very much so. You know, it's about survival, and it's about finding the new identity after your home is destroyed. So there we go. I'm gonna call it a day there. So thank you all for watching. I'll be continuing this again at 7 p.m. Irish time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern Daytime. But for now, thank you for watching. See you next time. Garth Mahogany.